Hunter, congratulations on the deal, my man.
Appreciate it, guys. That means a lot.
Does it change the way you feel when you report to camp, knowing that you're locked in like this? Does it free up your mind at all?
Yeah, it definitely does. I mean, the business side of baseball, I mean, it's part of it. It takes a little bit of the fun away from the game that you grow up just playing because you love it. So to kind of get the business side, kind of done with for a little bit, it's good to just focus on going out there and playing and trying to win.
So when did Dayton approach you about the extension? When did you start talking about this?
We started talking about this last year, and we were pretty close on something. And then, of course, the whole world shut down. And then we just kind of kept talks, throughout the offseason and stuff, and then kind of ramped it up as it got closer to spring training.
How important was it that Dayton Moore is going to be around there for you?
That very important. I mean, I keep saying it, he's the best GM in all of sports. I mean, he does it the right way. I have a ton of respect for him and our whole front office. So this is the organization I want to be a part of I would love to be a part for the rest of my career.
You get no argument here, by the way, on that statement about Dayton. We're great admirers of his as well. Hey, I want to ask you about the brain trust, the coaching staff, because Mike Matheny is a young guy. I know you don't work with Cal Eldred specifically, but young guy. Talk about the staff and how you've kind of grown with Mike as a guy that's now entering his second season there.
Yeah, our staff is awesome. I mean, I love all our coaches. Matheny, he's done a great job coming in here and bringing energy. He talks about winning every day. He brings a good attitude to the clubhouse, and he pushes us each and every day. We're really fortunate to have him and all the coaches around us.
It's also got to be nice to get Alex Gordon out of there finally, because you can finally stop getting confused with him. Are there still people in Surprise that say, "Hey, Gordo, sign my baseball"?
Oh, every day.
Really?
A couple years ago, I would go out to stretch on the line, and they'd be like, Gordo. And then when they would realize it was me, they'd be like, oh, never mind.
And then you're not signing this, and you're not signing. What's the deal? Hey, Hunter, I want to take you back to your draft, because I remember covering you in the draft, and you were drafted as shortstop. Am I correct with that?
Yep. Yeah.
And everybody's like, he's too big to be a shortstop. And I loved you at short. And so there's a lot of kids out there that are big shortstops and start that way. And, they always say, hey, you can move around. What would your advice be to those big kids that are out there trying to play some short?
I love it. I mean, kids nowadays coming up, they're so athletic. I mean, they can play short. I think it just keeps you athletic. You get the most action at short. And I think the biggest thing for kids coming up is just stay athletic and stay versatile, because you never know where you're going to play when you get to the big leagues, because I'm still getting moved all around. So it's good to know different positions and stay versatile and athletic.
Where are you most comfortable at?
Right now, third. I've been working hard over there all spring, all off season, so I'm feeling pretty good over there.
Hey, if I hit you with a couple of teammates, just give me the first thing that pops into your mind when I say Adalberto Mondesi.
Maybe one of the most talented players in all of baseball.
Okay. Let's go Andrew Benintendi. I know it hasn't been a long marriage yet. He just got there, but what are your first impressions?
First off, he's a great guy. He's going to be really good for our clubhouse, and then he's a great player. I mean, he's won a World Series, so he brings that with him, and he's going to be a really good fit here.
Jorge Soler.
Most power in the game, for sure. What he did in 2019 at Coffin was one of the most impressive things I've seen.
What's the longest ball you've seen hit?
From Soler?
Yeah, we'll say from Soler. I kind of threw that out there anyway, but yeah, from Soler.
Well, I think it is probably from Soler. I mean, there's so many. In 2019, there's so many ones where the StatCast says like 470 or something. I'm like, no way. Like, that's definitely over 500 feet for sure. I mean, it's impressive watching him play every day.
Do you guys consider Kauffman Stadium? And I want to get back to that, because you hinted that, it's big. It always has struck me as a really fair, perfect ballpark. Do you guys see it the same way, or do you think it's a pitcher's palace?
That's a pitcher's palace.
I think it's definitely a pitcher's palace. It's a big yard. Definitely one of the biggest in all of baseball. But you definitely have to earn it to get a home run there.
So what's it like having George Brett come around? What does George talk to you guys about when he's hanging out?
He's awesome. I mean, he's around. I mean, unfortunately, he's not here this spring training because of all the COVID stuff. But he's around a lot in spring training and years in the past. And just talking to him, getting his advice. He watches every game. He's in the dugout. So just talking to him, getting his approach on different pitchers and stuff, and kind of what he did. And he works with us in the cage. He's a great guy to have around.
Hunter, in a division where, the Twins are kind of the incumbent brand, the White Sox have really loaded up. Cleveland's always good. In the minds of most people, the Tigers and Royals are the teams that are still in kind of rebuild mode. Do you guys relish that role as kind of a sleepy underdog, and do you think you can sneak up on some people as such?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think we have, if you look at our lineup, we have a really talented lineup. We have some really good starting pitchers and some young pitchers coming up too. So yeah, I think we're going to surprise a lot of people. So we're really excited to get this season going.
They're already talking about the next generation of Doziers in Kansas City because your son Bodie apparently is a two-sport star. The baseball swing is on point. I love the finish. And apparently he's got some PGA people interested in him too. So you tell me, is it the baseball swing or the golf pass where he has the best future?
I mean, it's just so fun watching him play. I mean, I love golf. It would be so cool if he continued to love golf and even baseball too. I mean, it's funny because during the off season, he's all about playing golf because I'm playing a lot of golf. But right when spring training starts, all he does is wants to play baseball. So it's pretty fun to see him, love those two sports and want to get after it.
How old is he?
He's 3.5 now.
Dude.
I saw the dog was smart enough to get out of the way because the dog's like he hits the ball awful hard.
He's a retriever.
3.5 and he's already swinging a golf club like that. That's great. Hey, Hunter, thanks for the visit, man. Congrats on the deal. Enjoy the rest of camp. We'll check in with you again soon.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me on.